Don't. What are you doing starting the video off like that, Rich? I don't know, honestly. I have no idea. But anyway, what's up, Aquarius? How y'all doing? You were selected by the lovely sign selector, okay, to be the next reading up on Aries at the end of Aries video. Now, since there was only 2 left, it was you and Capricorn. I am not going to be rolling this at the end. But typically, for those of you new, what's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning in. For those of you new to my channel and the way I do things, here within these February bonuses, now and from this point forward, at the end of each video, I roll my little my sign selector here to see which sign is going to be next, okay? Again, though, since it was just you and Capricorn, there's David, Super Chat King. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm not going to be rolling this at the end of the video because Capricorn is next, obviously. Anyway, though, same rules as always apply. Let me get a drink of water real quick. Information on scheduling personal readings, including pricing and all that good stuff, is in the description of the video, okay? When I do these bonuses, the reason I do this is because I would like to get more depth in the main monthly reading. I want to see if I can pull up some details that I may have left out. Okay? No, it does not always happen that way, but it does, it happens from time to time. Sometimes it just repeats the same damn story that I told, you know. You never know. You never really know, but it's fun. It's fun. You like my haircut, Mary? I don't like it, honestly. I really don't. I really don't like it. I ended up going to a different place than I usually go to. And because I went into the place that I normally get my haircut, and it was like, I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden, like all these people flooded in like right behind me. And like I ended up with like a 50-minute wait, an hour wait, something like that. So I said, never mind, I'll go somewhere else. Well, I probably should have waited because now they cut way too much of it off. But, oh well. Thank you though. Anywho, enough babbling. Goddamn. Damn, Rich, get into the reading, man. Well, my cards just fell apart, fell on the floor. So I guess I'm not going to start it off with this deck. This is my, Five of Wands reverse, though, did pop up, but I'm going to go ahead and begin shuffling with a different deck. Because usually when it flies apart like that, that just tells me, not that deck. All right, let's get 6 shuffles with this deck. 1, 2, 3. 3 more. Aquarius, what else can we tell my Aquarians about whatever situation you're dealing with? Boom! Knight of Wands in the reverse. Okay. All right. Man, there's a lot of earth energy in this. Some of y'all could be dealing with an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Ooh, I see y'all got some new love coming in, though. This is another one of those old things ending and new things beginning. It's sweet. Awesome. Good dealio, Emilio. I see that there is a person in the past, though, that I feel like has been probably waiting on you for a while. Probably waiting on you for quite some time, okay? And has grown a little tired of waiting and is probably already like with somebody else, but still waiting on you. Could be a Scorpio, but I feel like for a long time they've been waiting on you and you haven't come through. Kelly, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Retrograde insights, yeah, probably as we go on. They've been coming up for a lot of the signs here lately. I'm sure that we'll just see where the reading goes. We have to see. I'm in flow state when I do these, y'all, so I don't really plan out a whole lot of what I do, a little bit. Anyway, though, I kind of feel like, though, here they're finally starting to get the hint. It's finally starting to click, okay? Man, it's a done dollar. It's done. The death, 10 of Cups reversed. Man, dude. I feel like they want to come out of conflict, though. You know, they want somebody here. I don't see communication happening, though. I really don't. I think they're waiting on hearing from you. Waiting on something. I may need to pull a spread just to clarify this right here. Okay? But I do think that you probably have something new coming in anyway, okay? This is a situation that's been at a long standstill, I think, for a long time. And a lot of you, I feel like, have been ignoring it. David, thank you so much for that super chat again. Appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and pull one more spread for this right here. Because to me, that felt a little bit incomplete. That didn't really feel like, I don't know, it just felt like there should have been more to it than that. And I'm sure a lot of you agree. I felt way too general and too vague. I'm going to clarify that entire spread. Clarify that whole spread right there. That felt way too incomplete. I don't know how to describe how I knew that, but Tanis, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. 2 of Wands. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Boom, Queen of Swords. There you are, overall. All right, could be a Gemini that you're dealing with. 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords. There's that Death card again, too. Some of you all could be dealing with somebody that's at a distance from you, okay? Yeah. Now I see why it had to happen that way. Now this makes a lot more sense. I love it when that happens. Anyway, yeah, I think as time has grown, I do see waiting. I see a lot of, on both parts. I feel like both of you have been waiting on each other, but now it's getting to the point to where the connection, the feeling of the connection, not that it's not there, but it's just not being acknowledged anymore. There's just been between, even if this isn't somebody at an actual distance, there's definitely some sort of emotional or psychological distance between the two of you. And once that wall is up for so long, so much other energy just gets piled up and piled up and piled up to the point where you're not even paying attention to it anymore, you know. I feel like the underlying energy here is that somebody here, probably both of you, you were overall as the Queen of Swords. The underlying energy is the High Priestess reversed. Aquarius, come on, y'all. You know damn good and well that you all could be easily some of the most intuitive people on the planet. But you know what you do? You let that brain of yours get in the way of that. Yeah. You let that thinking, that logical ego thinking brain, that is completely counteractive to your intuition. Completely counteractive, okay? And with the Queen of Swords and the High Priestess reversed, I see that that's what a lot of you have done. Okay, you have been relying too much on your sense of logic and reason, and that has completely counteracted your intuition. So I feel like that is the underlying energy here, is the one, the other, or both of you. I know it's definitely a lot of you, but possibly both of you too. Okay, completely ignoring your intuition about what to do and how to handle this. Okay, person you're dealing with, they're King of Swords reverse, could be another air sign here, but I feel like they got a pretty shitty attitude about this anyway. They're probably just got a bad attitude anyway, but they don't really want to open up to you. I feel like y'all are both mirroring each other in the aspect of you're waiting for them to open up and they're waiting for you to open up. And you're thinking, well, I'm not going to open up unless you open up first. And they're thinking the same thing about you. So y'all are both just at this standstill of not opening up and not revealing anything to each other, because that's just how the cookie crumbles. Could be a Virgo that you're dealing with here. I got Virgo and Scorpio. Okay, I feel like you know damn good and well that the doorway of opportunity is open for you to communicate to them, but you're too nervous. You're not going to do it. I do see communication coming in, though. But you know what? You know what? You know when I see that communication happening? Right after you actually wholeheartedly drop it and let it go. Once you finally, okay, I'm done, and you completely let go of it with every ounce of your being, that's when the communication is going to come through. But I don't know how a lot of you are going to respond to it. You may ignore it. You may ignore it. Because if you all haven't already watched my videos on law of attraction, which there will be more coming, yes, there will. That's the way it works, isn't it? The minute you stop waiting on it and let it go, that's when it comes through. Whether you're doing it on purpose or not, doesn't matter. That is how the system works. And that's what's going to happen. Here's the problem, though. See, in order to intentionally manifest, in order to intentionally do it, you have to find that little gray area. Most of us are accustomed to functioning with either the switch on or off. You know, once it's on, well, that's, one aspect. And then once it's off, that's another aspect. Okay. And of course, usually when we're tired of it, we just flip the switch off and say, all right, well, fuck it. Flip it off. Boom. That's when the universe is like, okay, well, here you go. Now that you have taken your focus off of it, here we go. Here you go. And you've noticed that. You know you've noticed that. Well, now what we're doing is we're intentionally, how do you figure out how to flip that switch off but still want it? How do you figure that out? How do you find that little place in there? It's where the switch is not off, but it's in the middle. You don't flip it all the way off, you put it in the middle. I've let go, but I still want it. But I've let it go. That's difficult to find. Anyway, I trailed way off. Sorry about that. That's what I see happening here. That's what I see happening. As soon as you let it go, shang-a-lang-a bing bang, that's when it's coming through. Well, you know what I want to look at? A little bit more at the person that you're dealing with and how they feel about you. That sound like a plan? Does that sound like a plan? Yep, that's what we all need to learn, Shelly. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Once you figure it out, you'll look back and be like, man, dude, that's so easy. So easy. Anyway, let's look a little bit more at the person that you're dealing with and how they feel about you. Sounds like a plan. Good deal. Good deal. Awesome. All right. Queen of Wands in the reverse is how they view you. They think that you have lost interest. They think that you have no passion. They think that you're not interested. That's the way they view you. Let's get 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Thank you for that positive feedback. Thank you. So I do feel like that they want to come out of abandonment here. They do. But again, they are doing what they're starting to become a little bit cold. They're becoming a little bit detached from this right here. Okay? Excuse me. They're starting to, again, they don't feel like you're interested. They think you've lost interest. So they're starting to just detach by default. You know? What do you do when somebody loses interest? You can only remain interested in that for so long before it's just like, okay, well, fuck, I guess I'm not interested either then. What's the point? You know? What's the point? I feel like they want to communicate with you, but man, if you could only see this, which, oh, again, by the way, for those of you who have been watching me for a while, to veer off topic for just a quick second, yes, I did go set my camera back the way it used to be. I'm going back to having the old camera view, which is landscape, and all you can see is me. I really wish I could get it in landscape with me and the cards, but I just hate portrait, dude. I can't stand it. That's why I took. So anyway, unfortunately, you won't be able to see the cards, but this is how it's laying on the table here. This being the heart of the spread here, okay? I see that they do want to communicate with 5 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Okay, I don't think they're going to. Page of Swords in the reverse. They're still watching you, but they're too afraid to communicate because they're afraid it's going to start a fight. Page of Wands, Page of Cups, both reversed. The Fool reversed. They're too afraid to take a new leap of faith. They're afraid to communicate. They're watching you, though. They're watching you. Checking the Facebook, peeping the Instagram. They still got their eye. Or those of you who don't have social media, because it's almost inevitable that shows up in the comment section. I don't have Facebook. They can't be watching me. Okay, well, first of all, if this doesn't resonate with you, don't try to force it to resonate, okay? However, if it is resonating with you and you don't have Facebook, you don't have Instagram, okay, well, they're still keeping tabs on you. Checking up on you, asking people who know you or something like that, finding some way to try to, without communicating directly to you, see how you're doing and check up on you. See what I mean? But they want to communicate, but they're afraid that it's going to start a fight. So again, they're moving on from this, but they don't really want to. They're trying to separate themselves from this emotionally. Okay, well, let's look at timelines moving forward and new things coming in. This right here, this spread is for my Aquarians interested in new things coming in. And then after this, we will look at the past person. This here is for new things coming in. New things coming in for Aquarius. Aquarians interested in new things coming in, universe. Boom, Page of Wands in the reverse. All right, 5 shuffles here. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Nine of Wands, Page of Wands reversed. Look, a lot of you are, yeah, see, Ace of Wands reversed. The bullshit you dealt with in the past, yeah, see, I see a lot of y'all kind of at a standstill throughout the rest of the month. And going back to whoever that was at the beginning of the video that said something about Mercury retrograde insights. Here we go. I had a feeling it would come out at some point. Yes, we are about to enter into a Mercury retrograde here in the next few days, on the 18th, as a matter of fact. And at that point, unless universe puts its foot on your back and shoves you forward, stay put. Stay put. Chill. See, we're not used to that, though. We're used to some sort of forward progression, and Mercury retrograde is more like a hanging in suspense. We're used to some sort of movement, an upward ascension or a downward spiral, whatever it is that you've been used to. But Mercury retrograde is kind of like a flat line. A lot of you are still very heavily guarded right now. Okay? Not wanting no drama. That's what I'm saying. Page of Wands reversed. This right here. It's like, man, I don't want no more immature people, man. That's the thing. You know, immature idiots. I don't want to deal with any more immature, just idiots. But be careful, be careful, be careful. Okay, I have learned from experience that the harder you focus on that, the more it increases your chances of attracting more of it into your life. Again, where's that shut-off switch? Very difficult. Well, at first. But yeah, a lot of you right now, I'm feeling like as far as new things coming in throughout the rest of the month of February, some of you could have a Pisces coming in, Okay. But other than that, though, or a Leo, I have Leo and Pisces here on the table. But a lot of you, Six of Cups reversed, are still looking back so negatively on the past. Ace of Wands reversed. Could have been a fire sign you were dealing with. You're just too drained right now. Two of Swords. You're not really 100% sure exactly what you want to do, so you're kind of putting the brakes on it right now, especially through the Mercury retrograde, and that's good. That's good. Throughout the month of February, I see you putting a halt on new things coming in. Okay, focusing most of your energy on your work and your finance with the Eight of Pentacles right here, and that's a good thing. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, man. Hell no. Okay, now let's look at this past person. The past person. This here is to look and see what kind of potential Aquarius has with reconciling with the past person. Fuck. Oh, there we go. The Hangman in the reverse. A lot of you, oh, this person here isn't really, they're getting tired of waiting. Like I said, they're not waiting around on you anymore. Okay? Let's get 4 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The potential with Aquarius and the past person. I said a lot of you are dealing with somebody who's not waiting around on you anymore. Ooh, the Lovers card. They do feel a very strong connection still, though. They do. Could be a Gemini you were dealing with. But they're very heavily guarded right now. They're very heavily guarded. They are afraid. Again, they're afraid to communicate with you. And they're afraid to open up because it's kind of like they're sitting around thinking, okay, well, I really want to talk to them, but I just know that if we start talking, they're going to start arguing with me. They're guarded because they're afraid you're going to start arguing with them and start fighting with them, or start picking and poking and whatnot. 5 of Swords, 7 of Wands, Page of Wands. Page of Wands reversed on the new things coming in, you know. Now Page of Wands upright. Different deck, too. Different deck. It's not the same deck. But I do think a lot of you were dealing with somebody who does feel very guilty. They feel bad for their part. Like they're aware of what they did that was wrong. But they're kind of at that weird place where it's like, okay, well, I know what I did wrong, but I'm afraid that if I come to you and apologize, you're going to take that and run with it. You're going to use that as power over me. They don't trust you to be humble. They don't think that you will be humble enough to take their apology and just accept it. They're afraid that you're going to take that and try to, you know, hold it against them, hold that apology against them. So I just don't really see them coming to you and apologizing at all. But again, they do feel this very strong connection still. They do. They do. Absolutely. Okay. Well, things to watch out for and advice moving forward. Things to watch out for and advice moving forward for my Aquarians. Trying to get you a jumper. Boom. All right, watch out for those people who don't know how to have a good time. You know that you've all met that one person, okay? That no matter what you're doing, they're always like, oh, this isn't fun. Oh, blah, I don't want to do that. Oh, no, that's stupid. You know, you try to go hang out and have a good time, and you got that one negative Nancy, that one Buzz Killington, is just a blah, and just really kills the vibe and kills the mood when you're trying to have a good time. All they want to do is point out the negative shit and how bored they are and how stupid this is. Watch out for that. Tell them to kick rocks and fuck off. Let's get 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Boom! What did we just say? People who always have to focus on the negative end of the spectrum. Okay, you see what this dude's doing in this card here? 5 of Cups. This dude is completely ignoring those 2 beautifully filled cups right there, and he's putting all of his focus on those spilled cups right there. Focusing on the negative end of the spectrum. Watch out for that shit right there now. All right, watch out for people who do not know how to focus. Basically, this is going to be kind of hard to explain, so let me break this down real quick. A lot of people brag about being stubborn and brag about being headstrong and brag about being tenacious. Well, tenacity and stubbornness can be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. Okay? Depending on what you're being stubborn about. Okay? If you're being stubborn and tenacious about something that's very toxic and bad for you, okay, you might want to watch out for people like that. Okay, because good God Almighty, somebody could be as stubborn as they come. Okay, well, that's all good and well. But if you're not being stubborn about anything that's for the greater good, and as a matter of fact, you're working that hard for the worst, for the toxic, then that, yeah, watch out for that. I wouldn't involve anybody in my life who doesn't know where to focus that type of intense energy, Oh yeah, also watch out for people who are just greedy, very, very greedy, okay? Now, again, we talk an awful lot about balance, okay? There's a big difference between being greedy and not taking on burdens that aren't yours to take on, that you're not in the position to take on. If you are not in the position to be able to help somebody, then you're not obligated to help somebody, okay? But if you know somebody who has an extra $5,000 in their pocket, that all their bills are paid, all their expenses are paid, they got a fridge full of food, a tank full of gas, all their needs are taken care of, and they won't help somebody who needs to borrow $20 until payday, and they're just going to be a stingy asshole just to be mean and just to be a prick. Don't be around those kind of people. Fuck that. Fuck that. Okay? Selfishness? No. Now, moving forward, I think right now, and I know this is going to sound a little bit trendy and cliche, but right now it's just very, very important that your number one priority is getting yourself back together. Okay? Because again, I don't know if you all have watched it, but I highly recommend you watch my video, How to Manifest a Successful Relationship. Okay? Even if you're not interested in manifesting a relationship, the information in that video is so important. It's insane, dude. So important as far as energy dynamics and the way it works and the way it functions and the way it operates is so important, okay? But right now, it's time for you to work on filling your own cup, okay? A lot of us are a little bit scared of becoming emotionally fulfilled. Think about it. Think about it. Honestly, think about it. We have no problem being 9 of Pentacles, self-sufficient. I can pay my own bills, wipe my own ass, but we're afraid to feel okay with that. We're afraid to feel okay with that because we're afraid that if we do that, what we are doing is signing the contract that says, okay, I'll go be alone. Once I'm okay with being alone, that means that I've signed away my, my life, and now I'm going to go be alone. No. Nothing could be further from the truth. Absolutely not. Okay. But again, throughout the rest of this Mercury retrograde, and especially the rest of Aquarius season, which will be over here very, very soon, Yeah, don't make any solid life decisions. It's much more important for you to hang back and allow things to happen the way they are going to happen, okay? Queen of Cups reversed and the Strength in the reverse right now. Your only concern is getting yourself back in order, getting your strength back, and refilling your cup, okay? So, I definitely feel like the messages my aquas needed to hear have come through, okay? I hope that resonated for everybody. If it did not, which of course it will not, check your moon, your rising, and your Venus. But either way, even if it didn't resonate, I still hope that every single person watching this video got something from it that you could apply to your life that will yield positive results, okay? This is normally the time in the video where I roll this to see which sign is going to come next. But since we only have one sign left, that is Capricorn, we're not going to be rolling the sign selector in this video. Okay, but for future reference, every video that I put up, I roll this at the very end of the video, and that tells which sign is going to be next.
You haven't done Leo yet.
I haven't done Leo yet? Hang on, I may stand corrected. My very lovely assistant and awesome girlfriend has just showed up. Oh, I haven't done Leo yet, have I? How'd you know that?
Mary told me.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you, Mary, for telling Leah that I haven't done Leo. I totally would have skipped over it. I would have completely skipped over that. So never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Let me completely retract all of that. I did that last time, too. I did that last time. Okie dokie. All right, so should I go ahead and roll it, though? Should I go ahead and roll it? Because at first I was saying Capricorn. First I was saying Capricorn.
Roll it.
Roll it? You think so?
Roll it.
All righty. Okay, so between Capricorn and Leo. Between Capricorn and Leo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do-do-do. Man, it could take a minute. This oop Capricorn. It still remains the Cappies. Caparoos. So Capricorn is next. I'm not 100% sure when that's going to be. Today is the first time that I've actually gotten a chance to do 2 videos on this channel in one day, which is awesome. So it's very difficult to say when that is going to be. It's very possible that it could end up being done today. Could be tomorrow. I don't really know. But anyway, yes, it still remains the same. Capricorn is going to be next, followed by, Leo. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thanks again to everybody that tuned in and showed love with the likes and the comments and the super chats and all that good jazz. I'm going to get out of here. I'll see y'all sometime between now and the rest of all eternity, all right? Have a good one.